Do you remember that movie where the guy kidnaps the rich lady who has amnesia and then makes her do all kinds of chores and mother his children? No, not the horror movie. I'm talking about the rom-com, the feel-good movie. You know. You know. Hey everybody, welcome back to TLTV. Thank you so much for being patient with me last week as I had a couple of last minute auditions pop up. And for those of you who don't know, and maybe asking if I've heard or anything like that, you don't normally hear about an audition unless you actually booked the part. And it could be a week, could be a month, could be 3 months. But in order to maintain some semblance of sanity, we as actors tend to just typically move on to the next one and try and forget about it. Some projects are easier said than done, but that's the way it works. Now, this week is a special week because it's our first TLTV request, and it comes from the one, the only, my mom. Hi, Mom! She's requested a little nostalgia, something from her generation that's going to bring her back. So I picked one of my favorite movies from that time. It was actually released in 1987 when I was about a year old. This classic is Overboard, starring Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn. Real life married couple. They had been married for about 4 years at this point, and they had amazing chemistry on screen. Now the story starts off pretty basic. You've got upper class versus lower class, and Kurt Russell's lower class rugged carpenter comes in to remodel Goldie Hawn's upper class yacht closet. Now, she is this vile, just ruthlessly cruel character who is mean to every single person she meets, treats everybody like garbage because they're beneath her. Now, after the job is done, she tries to skip on the bill, which doesn't fly very well with Kurt Russell's character, obviously, but she pushes him off her yacht and throws his tools into the water. Watching those tools sink, just like, it crushed my little carpenter soul a little bit. So they both go their separate ways. And in a freak accident that night, Goldie Hawn goes overboard, hence the name of the movie, and ends up in the sea, but no one on board hears her screaming. So she washes up back in the town that they just left with no memory of who she is or where she came from. Now, this is where it gets a little weird. Kurt Russell has got the brilliant idea that he's going to go pick her up, pretend to be her husband, and make her do work around the house in order to get the money that she owes him. Services rendered, right? Now, this would not happen in today's world, and I don't even want to know how they do it in the 2018 remake. It's a travesty that they even tried to remake it, so I'm not even going to watch it. But in 1987, all it takes is Goldie Hawn being a complete pain in the ass to everyone at the hospital, and Kurt Russell identifying a particular birthmark on her left ass cheek. Bing, bang, boom, he's got a wife. But from here on out, the movie becomes so incredibly endearing, it's ridiculous. It totally stands the test of time. Watching Kurt Russell put her through the ringer, making her do all of these menial tasks that she's never done in her life. Watching her try to cook a chicken and shove it into a pot has got to be one of the most hilarious scenes of the movie by far. From this point on, they become more and more attached. And the chemistry between the two of them really starts to grow on scene, and you really start to develop a relationship with these characters as they develop a relationship with each other. Now, she starts to really play mom to the 4 kids that he has, and they begin to really get attached to her. And as things start to progress throughout the story and he starts to feel bad because it's gone on for like 2 months at this point. Yes, very weird, the whole circumstance. But you still can't help but not love their relationship and how good they are together. And one of the things that I love about this movie is that it shows that you are always... that life is not as simple as your small piece of the world. We are all made up of the sum of our experiences, but those experiences that we have are completely different from someone of a different country, a different state, a different class, a different race. She had this glimpse into another life that actually made her happy. You realize in the beginning, and I realized it rewatching this movie, she wasn't happy in her life. She had all the things that money could buy. Everything was done for her, but she was such a bitch because she was so miserable. She found happiness in a place that she never would have thought to look. And that's the main reason why I love this movie. It's just one of those feel-good movies. Even if it starts out with the weirdest premise, it's just one of my favorite movies, and I think you guys should check it out. That's it for this week and our first TLTV request. Thanks again for watching, everybody. If you have a request or something you want me to talk about, let me know. Hit me up down in the comments, send me a message. Don't forget to like and share this video with your friends. Once again, if you're watching this on Facebook, go ahead and click that like button over there so you can stay up to date on all future updates. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, tick that little bell so you can be notified of future episodes. And you can always follow me on social media at Tyler J. Lamar and on the Stardust app at TLTV. See you next week.